just like gore porn.
It's just a bit of fun though. No one's trying to be scared.
Man, he's gonna cut his fingers off because he has to cut his fingers off because it's the only way he can grab the key to the lever is in his fingers.
Yes.
Oh, but he's cut his fingers off and now he can't pull the lever. He doesn't have enough thumbs. It's crazy, bro.
Well, we are into the action.
Happy live action happy tree friends. Here we are anyway. Astralis versus Bait and Mirage to start things off.
Yes, indeed. That's the horror film segment. Earlier than anticipated here on the B stream, but we have made it. And it is going to be the first map at the best of 3. Last game of the day. Get ready. Get excited. We are going to see Bait on the T side here. B execution looking incredibly likely as we will see a plethora of utility as they set themselves up. It's going to be multiple smokes, multiple flashes, Molotov for the van position as well. They'll be diving out of the window, and it's a very passive hold here. Magisk, the anchor, holding on. Can't really do much about this, though. There's going to be a bomb planted here and a difficult retake for Astralis.
Ooh, no one's there hitting shots like that. That's real smooth. The Magisk, man, Unk still got it. Look at this. Nails his. And a 5v3 now for Astralis. Kenzazor feels like he wants to try and take some space. But Magisk can't set a foot wrong. Hetrick can. He's spamming loads of bullets, connecting none of them. Living on borrowed time. And it's over. Yabi with the rundown. Astralis secure that retake. They barely even break a sweat.
Well, there we go. I didn't think they stood a chance there, I'll be honest. I was a bit of a hater for that retake. I thought they had no chance whatsoever. But it was a lovely shot from Stair. Magisk managed to get a couple of kills from short as well. And that was the shot that really set the tone. As we will see, the bomb plant at the very least, so it is definitely going to be a force buy in response here. But we're off to the races here. A nice showing from Astralis. Solid retake. Hooksy's liking that. And Galil's and an AK, Ascenthial, will be bringing that out. Look at Galil's. I'm assuming that the sacrifice armor on one player, so Kenzie will have to make do without. Me just feeling himself now. Wide swing out towards top of middle. And going back towards B once again. They don't have a lot to work with here. They can Molotov the van once more. They've got Kenzazor in position. Oh, he actually has found a gap. What's happened there? Device caught his pants down. Once again, the B bomb site open for business.
Hooksy, Yabi, both of them kills in tandem. Kenzazor's aggression stopped that towards the market, and that makes this retake a lot easier. Gonna allow Yabi to start closing the distance and offer us some help. And it will be needed. Magisk, oh, that's a lovely transfer. An Essential now, low on health, trapped at the back of the bench. One shot would get rid of Magisk, but Yabi's playing close. They're playing tethered together. Oh, and there's the connection. Random spam. Yabi sends his regards. Astralis with round number 2 picked up.
Okay, they're probably going to force buy again, though. You get 3 kills, you ruffle some feathers, the lost bonus accumulating now, and with the bomb planted, I feel like you go for it once again, at least a partial buy going forward. There's the first AK. Alex is feeling it, and we'll see if his teammates want to follow in suit as well. It's so tempting considering you're getting so tantalizingly close. These bombs are going down consistently. The B-bomb side seems like it's free right now. Hooksy, nice work though, long-range spray. That's where Magisk though came in to save the day. Beautiful little spam from Yabi as well. And we will see the full investment.
Conversation that no one's ready for.
Okay, go on, I'm ready.
Is the device is actually the Unk. Magisk ain't no Unk.
Explain your working.
Well, I will, but hang on, it's another B rush, and then I'll explain. Charging in, Alex, path of aggression, runs right in to the device AWP. Magisk even offers up one more, and these back-to-back-to-back B hits. Third time, not the charm right now for Bait. They've reclaimed 1 kill at least. Might leave a bit of time for Essential, who's still just cut loose out here in mid, all on his lonesome. Got Hetrick now trying to move in and join him. Magisk up on top of the boost, and quick work made as Essential falls. They actually lose Hooksy in the B site. Pressure's back on for Magisk, who has to dig deep and try and do even more here at just 13 points of health. Oh, wait, they're going lower after all.
I don't think Magis can do any more right at this point. 6-1. You can see him calming all that intel as well. And now they're going to really venture in towards the B side, though. This could be precarious. It looks like they're going to try and boost up, and they're going to be spotted momentarily. No one considering the underpass play. Counter boost going on towards middle as well, and they're going to be like ships in the night. Hedrick makes his way through, and Magis will continue to frag here. It's going to be one player remaining in the form of MPL. He has got himself an AWP and a full belt of util. That grenade could find the mark. Does hit Yabi, but doesn't find Magis. 15 seconds, has to go in towards A. He's got a real chance of winning this, and it's going to be Magis, though, finding himself another huge amount of impact here. Quad kill in the round, 3-0, no bomb planted, but still within the realms of partial buy here. Bates have got them on the precipice each and every time of giving the round over, but it's Magis digging them out of the hole, finding the winning play each and every time. Look at him go. Now, Harry, you'll have to tell me, why is he not Unk?
Why is Magisk not Unk and why is Device?
Yeah, why is that?
I think like people just don't realize it, but like Device is just older. That's
okay,
really
that's
old.
it?
Like
okay,
Magisk is the same age as Mezzi, and no one calls Mezzi Unk.
Okay,
I think it's an
fair.
injustice. And I actually feel quite passionate about this topic. Plus, feel like he's actually more consistent, and he's top fragging right now, and that proves my point. So, yeah, like Magisk ain't Unk. He barely he barely even, you know, he's Mezzi's age, for crying out loud.
All right, fine, approved. No longer Unk. We are going to see NPL a chance in the round, but one that's looking more unlikely as the seconds go by. The full defuse comes in. Once again, they get the bomb planted, but no dice on the round. 4-0. They're continuing to make dents on the defensive Astralis here. They'll break through eventually, but every round that slips by, the money is starting to grow on the CT side now. Device has his AWP. They managed to keep significant numbers alive in that round as well. So after the reinvestment of util, not a massive amount of cash, but they've got one more buy left in them. So Bates, they managed to save it in for AWP for Hedrick this time as well. He can make his presence known on the map. Sensual will be making his way towards it. A round. It's going to be Device. See what he can do, what he can make of it. Could have the smoke popped open for him. Crossing over towards the top right of middle. Hedrick will join him as well. So running more of a classic default here, but his Device to draw first blood will find his rival in the form of Hedrick. It's a nice opening kill, and Astralis looking very good here today.
Yeah, they are looking super switched on. Sat pretty in a 5-on-4 here as the guns make another appearance for Bait. It's not the start they were hoping for.
Certainly not.
They wanted to go about this mid control, but kind of scared away from it. Now grouping for an A split by the looks of Bait with a clear in Palace, bomb retrieved as well, linking up with Essential. A late Conlurk available at the hands of MPL. They're putting him in a position to try and have big impact here. But Hooksy could ruin everything with this backstab.
It's a big backstab. It's good timing. He doesn't want to overstep the mark, pull the trigger too soon. It's getting a little bit awkward now. Biding his time, but is maintaining that man advantage. Doesn't need the big hero play right now, but still delivers the goods. Huge double kill from Hooksy, and now it frees up the rest of the roster to focus about the extremities. As Alex 666, no chance, and once again, left with no choice but to save. It's going to be a 4 versus 1. Very convincing round. Astralis getting the opening pick, finding out Hedrick towards the top of middle. Device popping the smoke open a couple of times there. And once the 5 and 4 came through, lost control of the map, backstabs coming through. And the default doesn't really work out once again as Bates go down 5-0. Alex, can you hold on to your AK? Kind of have to at this point. Can't risk giving it up with no money coming through. And this feels like tactical timeout territory at the Bait at this point. I feel like things are starting to spiral, and there it is. It's coming through. A chance to catch their breath, work out what's going wrong here. I don't think there's anything crazy alarming going on. It's just like now the rounds are getting more and more convincing for Astralis. So let's work out what the next approach is going to be. Do we even have a full buy here? They've saved a weapon. They've got a head trick who can go for AK-47. So yeah, there's a buy, but there will be concessions. So what do you bring to the table next? Do you try and mix things up? That was the initial kill from Device. The Hooksy backstab, everyone's talking about it.
I mean, when Hooksy's kind of really dialed in and switched on, these are the types of moves you want him making. Someone who always loves to try and find the gap. Absolutely nails him in that round. And I mean, for Bait, it starts to get kind of rough here. You know, you're 0-5 down, haven't really felt like you've had a lot of success or even chances to be successful. That is a notable change. Device dead first, but it's instantly traded by Magisk, who continues his insane start to Mirage. 10-1. This is your Unk. Allegedly. This is the guy you're calling Unk. 10-1.
That's my Unk, bro.
He's got Astralis on his back. He's the same age as Messi. And everyone says, oh, he just looks like Unk. He's looked dirty since he was 18. Magisk has always been a grizzled man. Even when he was Magisk Boy.
I'm not sure about that. But I like what you're saying. I like the convincing case you're pinning up for him. The fact he's saying age as Messi, that's an insane stat.
They gotta put some respect on his name. Oh, MPL, good catch. That's Hooksy trying to go for one more of these aggressive moves.
Not again.
Magisk, bro, he's doing everything. 11-1, flashback in, finally. They get past Magisk. Has he just teed up Yabby for a little clutch? No, the bomb's leaving. Gonna link back up with Essential. So looking safe here for the Bait squad.
Well, does Yabby want to give it a little look in? At least make this one costly for them. They've got to buy regardless going forward on the Astralis side. The bomb's not down yet, so round not impossible to win. Edge is out from short. Bomb's going to be planted in default. There are 2 players low. They've got to be very careful. Even 1 kill would be significant. Yabby knows it. Starting to get closer and closer now. Well, timings work in his favor. He's got a player directly beneath him. And it's going to be MPL playing very cautiously, very conservatively, as we see now the AWP waiting to be recovered at the end of the round. Yabby not going to find anything, it seems. Oh, take it back. Nice little kill. That's MPL going down here. Recovers the AWP himself. This is a nice little haul. That's if he can survive, but do they dare hunt him? Both players in towards Teague spawn. He's got them locked in. Alex 666 needs to be careful from the blast. Gets himself out of harm's way. And it will be Yabby to save the AWP and finding 1 kill. Probably about as good as it's going to get, but there it is. Bait will find their first round in the series so far. Things don't spiral out of control. They took the tactical timeout and managed to find some form evenly. Magic's turning up and still finding some great kills. Finally shut down by MPL. But there we have it. They've arrived. We've got a game on our hands now. No blowouts today.
No. Well, I mean, apart from the blowouts.
Yeah. Apart from the blowouts early.
Device! Lovely shot through the smoke. It sucks for Kenzazor. It's the worst way to die. It feels so unfair. You want to slam your desk, but you can't. It's a random shot right at the start of the round, just on a timing. And it is just a horrible way to go, really. That's how he's gone. A 4v5. They have to try and collect themselves here and come up with a solution in this deficit position. A task for Alex. As Astralis recommit to the mid clear. They are all in. Like, there is no one even on a bomb site for Astralis. It's only just changed now with Device kind of watching on from jungle. So very dedicated to these mid fights. They spot MPL down in lower. They're going to get rotates back over to B in time. Hooksy posted over on short, and the Device AWP, right place in the market. Essential 1 versus 3. Oh, and Device ain't missing.
Okay, this is looking quite promising, Harry.
Yeah,
Astralis are looking like a solid Counter-Strike team.
Astralis is so bad, guys. Good news, they're back. You just needed
Magisk.
Magisk.
Dip in form, but now, yeah, Magisk has had some time in the team. Bear in mind, at EPL, he'd only been in there like a few weeks, I believe. So yeah, like, this is actually looking pretty convincing. Like, they're looking confident again. Device is hitting shots. He's getting openers, in fact. And yeah, if they can keep this up, this could be a dangerous squad. It's very early days. First half of a best of 3. But what we've seen so far is an assertive squad that are winning their duels and actually making good decisions, good rotations. Everyone looks calm. But it's easy to do when you're up 6-1. Let's see when the first crisis hits, how they handle themselves. But yeah, Device, okay. Difficult to keep that sustainable, I suppose. But those opening picks, like, he's going to be finding that confidence early on. And he's looking great here. This follow-up kill on the B bomb side was a thing of beauty. Very well read. A Device classic.
Now, I'm gonna be coming through with some A-stream updates periodically throughout this game. I'm not gonna bother yet because it's only just started.
Okay.
But I'm going to be keeping an eye on it because I know there's a lot of people who want to hate watch Fnatic, and that's fair. After what they did to Cypher,
After what they did.
We're all preying on their downfall.
Hey, the proof will be in the pudding, Harry. If they end up, let's say they win the major, what are you going to say then? Can we really hate them if it's actually the right move? If it actually...
If they go on to win the major, bro, I will... and I could say this, Vince promised this once. I'll eat a shoe.
Okay, you're committing to that bit?
I'll eat a shoe if they win the major.
Not a chocolate shoe, a real-life shoe.
Yeah, I won't cheat my way out of it like he did. I will risk killing myself to eat a shoe.
Okay, well, we've got it on record now. Guys, clip that. I will do everything in my power to manifest this to happen. And I think it could happen. There's a slim chance, sure, but it might be delivered. We are seeing headshots delivered by Kenzizor, though, as he does open things up. It's going to be Device working from that CT spawn position. 4 versus 3 for now. Stare, a safe pair of hands, famously fighting back here, but so is Headtrick. Man advantage, a rare one for Bates, but one they should be able to convert. Unless disaster strikes and Hooksy pulls one out of the bag, but it's not going to happen, and it will be 6-2. Yeah, okay. Fnatic winning the major. I'm actually so ready for that. I'm going to try and support the org, do whatever I can to bring them to life there. They're going to play against Aurora right now, right? So
yeah,
that's a tough game. That's going to be difficult, but honestly, I think they might be able to win it, you know. Blame F. Have you seen how the form he's in right now?
Are you talking about the major, or...?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the game against Aurora.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I agree. If they could play no team but Aurora the whole way through the major, they could win the major. I will concede that point.
Okay, fair enough.
Hedrick posted with the orb. But Hooksy's just going to block the apartments, and so Bait look elsewhere.
It's a compromise round, to say the least, for the Danes. Wheels finally falling off slowly but surely. 5-7 for Hooksy, Deagle for Stare, but we do have the device AWP. Still with arm up, got a smoke to his name. Magisk has been the star of the show. He's holding towards the ladder room currently. MPL boosted up and towards the window. It's going to be a B focus here. You can see the bomb edging up towards shore. Quite cagey approach so far. Doesn't look comfortable. That's going to take a lot of the aggro and get a couple of kills as well. He's on for 3. Headtrick finally takes him down, though. That's a very important kill. The round is wide open, however. We have got Hooksy throwing it away in towards that B side. Huge kill for MPL with the AK-47. Gives them the man advantage, but not out of the woods by a long shot. Hooksy, I thought he was boosted up. He's actually behind the bomb side. Can he find the timing? He absolutely can. Takes damage over his troubles up against the AWP. Deploys the flashbang. Does set up Yabi for the clutch, but a very difficult one. MPL in an advanced position. Should be job done here. And Yabi comes out on top. 1v1 against the Orphan.
Tries to bait the shot out. Hedrick just doesn't take the bait. And so when Yabi goes swinging in, dead at the hands of the AWP, bro, that's a beautiful round out of MPL. Does everything he had to on that window boost flank, right? Disrupts the B-hold, gets in, helps his team go about the site control, and then triples down on the aggression back in a market. That's a fight you feel really comfortable in if you're him. Kind of wild that Yabi was able to stop his reign of terror, but still a huge point as to why that round, you know, stops getting weird and falls back in Bait's favor. Now just the eco for Astralis.
Okay.
Charge down mid for Alex666 on the MAC-10.
It was looking so promising, so comfortable. But some big pickups there from Bates, giving them a bit of open runway. Not really much to report, is there? Just USPs and a one Deagle. Doesn't feel great, but Yabi's making it work. Okay, Magisk as well. Any more twists and turns here? Apparently, yes. This round is actually up for debate now, somehow.
Oh, bombs on ramp. Head trick. Really tense situation. They hear the flank out through the spawn as well. Stair gonna beat him! And now it's down to this. USP to close for Stair.
No way.
He needs the headshot. He needs the dink. But it's not impossible.
Okay.
Kenzazor closing in, restores normality. A real close round. We had no business being that close. But it was. We all saw it.
Well, that's a splash of cold water to the face of Bait there. Lucky to get away with it. The USPs, the one Deagle, almost cost him everything. I like Kenzie, though, his approach to it. Like, he actually played with some confidence there, didn't get shell-shocked with all the action. Just continued to apply the pressure in the 1v1, knowing that there's only a USP left in the field. So, fair play to him. An uncomfortable position, but one, he had the massive upper hand in. Stair couldn't hold on with just the USP. And we go 6-4. Just a couple of rounds left. Just win this round. Then the money won't be a factor. See if they can tie things up as we are now down to just a 2-round game. AWP still up a head trick. Everyone's still on AKs. It's all good. It didn't cost them too much. Nice nade. Chance to...
He's been a real nuisance out here through these lower flanks. So getting in all this util to try and soften him up a little bit is good for Astralis. The block in through lower. They might just get under the head trick AWP. Caught looking the wrong way is Yabi, and that's a ludicrous transfer for Kenzazor. So quickly, every one of these mid-fights lost by Astralis. And that leaves just Device. The Zunk still got this.
I mean, generally speaking, yes. In this particular scenario, no. I feel like his options are limited.
Oh,
he's doing a pretty good job so far.
That's an AWP right there. I feel like that's too tempting.
I would say save that, would be my advice. And I don't think even that's possible. Nice work. A scrappy round, but Kenzie's AWP coming out on top. 3 kills. Nice little triple there. Oh, it was looking so good. For a moment there for Astralis, they're up 6-1. Blink and you miss it. It's looking like a tied game, but still absolutely fine. Once the money got broken, things got a lot more complicated, not so secure, and you have to, it has to be said, it's not like Astralis playing bad. It's Bait just stepping up their game and looking quite impressive. We are going to see the final round of play. Astralis with tactical timeouts. Oh, not a great setup though. Not a comfortable look into round number 12. A couple of rifles in the form of the FAMAS, 3 MP9s. What have you got for us, Hooksy? What have you mustered up in this timeout with Rugger? They try and go for an aggressive mid-stance, push down towards the palace, try and get some B apartments controls. Those are your basic options. So you can't really sit back and play a default round. And it looks like we're getting one of the options at least. Aggressive. It's going to be in towards the underpass, but they've already lost Magic. It's gone roots, and it's going to be down to Yabi. Try and do anything with this, but it looks like they're already on high alert. They're aware of these prospects now. Just going to be locking out the choke points and waiting until they obtain control once again.
You also don't love, in addition to just none of this aggression working, how much util it's cost you, right? In the early stages of this round, you come into it with next to nothing anyway. You lose Magisk on the attempt to get out window, and now you've sacrificed Yabi's smoke. Device has had to drop his over here on A. You have no more util to slow down bait. And I mean, look at theirs. They've got full belts of this stuff. Might just try their hand at the contact walk now that this smoke has faded. They have info that Yabi is pushed through B apartments, and so just the read that this A site might be open for the taking. Looking like they will deliver on the promise of it. 6-6 half, and there's the mowdown from Kenzazor to make it happen. He's been great in some of these, you know, spray transfer moments, whether it's the lower take from the round prior or here on the push out towards spawn. Kenzazor's looking in very good form, as are the rest of this bait squad, who turn it around from a slow start. They end up splitting this half right down the middle.
Yeah, they were 6-1 down. A tactical timeout has found them 6 rounds in total. What a recovery. A frustrating finish there for Astralis, but 6 will do it. Like, they're happy that they had that great showing at the start. The money got broken halfway through. It happens, and yeah, I think Bait has stepped up and started hitting some very nice shots, finding some good timings. Head tricks finally having some impact to the AWP as well. I think Alex 666, considering he's now on the in-game leading responsibilities, gets top fragging role as well, gets himself 14 and 7. Pretty impressive stuff. Harry, you did promise us an A-stream update at one point. We're still waiting to hear back on that. What's happened?
Yeah, I'll check it right now. So currently, Fnatic in the lead, but it's looking like, Henry, this could level out on the half. They're 6-4 up, but currently find themselves in a 2 versus 4. And so
very specific. I like that.
That one has the promise of also kind of running parallel to what we've got here. And that is these neck and neck first half scorelines. I am a little nervous for Astralis. T-sides have been their problematic half, and that does extend to Mirage. CTs where they're meant to do their best work, and it's where they were doing their best work for the first 7 rounds. I think this is already a lot of ground for Bait to have covered. Pistol, though, would be a welcome nudge in the right direction.
Certainly. Let's see whether they can convert this nice advantage they've found. It's all of a sudden looking very problematic. Down to Device. Oh, the P250 doesn't connect whatsoever. Barely does any damage. Oh, no. That was the moment. That was the opportunity to bring that round back in their favor. A couple of freebies, and he misses the mark. And it's going to be down to Hooksy. Oh, no. The 6-1 lead disintegrates, and now 7-6 in favor of the opponent. Bates even managed to get the first couple of kills there as well. The 5-on-3, and then Device with that great gap in towards the Palace area. That is very unfortunate. And more importantly, Harry, they do not get the bomb planted. They've got to eco.
Yeah, it's
Everyone's
pretty brutal. There's no denying it. I mean, Bait, it feels like whoever's in charge, whoever's the captain, is the guy trying to carry. That applies now to Alex 666, who is worlds ahead of anyone else in the server with the exception of Magisk. And yeah, guys, the scoreline is 6-7.
It's always good to reach that number. We've got 7 1s, 6 7s. Those are the funny scorelines, I suppose, these days.
6-7 now, as Astralis try and figure out how do we get to 42-0. The only remaining, oh, actually a 6-9 would work. There's another funny number.
It's a funny.
And we're on the path. Funny. We're on the path to get there, Henry.
I guess you're right. I guess that's a good point. We're gonna have all the funny numbers today. Get your funny number bingo card out, because we're on blistering pacing to actually find all of them. But B8 or Bates will be B8 or bait, whichever way you're inclined. Both are fine, I say. I say both are fine. That's what I've always said. They'll be looking to bounce back here. The 6-1 deficit. And aggression towards middle coming in from both sides of the coin here. It's going to be a fast split. Magisk has had enough. Pushing up towards short. He's actually got himself incredible spacing towards the ladder room. Kenzie to open things up, but Alex fighting back here. It's down to Device. Can he find the shot? Oh no, that's rough, Harry. That's a rough spray down. It might cost him the round as well. Magisk will be going for the backstab over towards B. Nice grenade, softens up Alex, but this does not feel or look great for Astralis right now. 3 versus 2 deficit. Yabi noted, and his spray is not really looking great either. All of a sudden, it's a different team on the server.
Yeah. Well, that's just, that's the life of watching this Astralis squad. Magisk, though. Oh, never mind. Magisk dead. It's all good. This happens.
Yeah.
Once or twice a series.
Well,
it will go
from
from really good to really bad. It kind of reminds me of Big Clan in a way.
Okay.
They used to have a tendency for doing the same thing.
They're kind of bouncing back.
Kind of.
Yeah. They managed to get wins recently. I believe they took down BC Game the other day.
That's pretty nice, actually.
That's something, They've got a new in-game leader, a new sniper. I think things are looking up for Big. I think you should put another shoe on the line if they do anything this year.
We'll see how I get on with the first shoe, if I have to. Dude, man, and you try to tell me this guy is Unk. Look at the scoreboard. Look at how hard Magisk is trying to carry Astralis.
He's trying his best. That's all he really can do. Problem is you get a nice opening kill, but you've got no util behind it. You haven't recovered the rifle. It's a nice shot. Doesn't do much for them.
He's younger than Nico, younger than Simple. Everyone believes in them. They're so quick. To suggest that Magisk ain't still the guy, still the GOAT. Device dead as he tries to cross, but Stairs giving chase. It's a low econ round here that Astralis are trying to pick up. Nades are good. Hooksy dead in the downtime. Magisk, 1 point of health, doesn't matter the HP. He'll still be the only guy getting kills, and now that he's fallen, it's just Yabi dead instantly. And Bait leveling up in this second half.
Oh, what a collapse. You were 6-1 up, and now it's 6-10. Okay, it's still fine. That was just a partial buy. Got the bomb planted. That's all we wanted. Should all be good going forward. I believe Astralis now will show us what they've been cooking up here on the T side. Probably a tactical timeout. There it is. A chance to catch their breath. Find out how they're going to be positioning themselves in the following round. What's the strategy? What's Hooksy got for us? But right now, Bait, this is a team we were kind of speculating that could turn up on the server today. Once they get going, once they find momentum, they're very difficult to shut down. They're very aggressive. Get in your faces, hit their shots. And the timeout, blink and you miss it, it's over. Astralis, what have you got for us? Device has the AWP. Got to be deploying the early instant smokes here. Players facing towards the top and middle. The thing is, with the timeout coming through as well, it's a chance for Bait to change things up as well. Smokes go down. 3 of them. Connector, window, and top and middle, trying to remove all that vision from the CTs. Stair waiting for any set aggression towards that A ramp. The bomb and T-spawn right now is on the back of Hooksy. So are they going for another execute towards the A site here? They've got Yabi working the extremities of the map, making his way through underpass. Trying to bleed out some CT util early on. So it looks to be an A finish. I think this is a similar approach we just saw with the Tech 9, so it's been doing the same strategy. hoping to get one step closer to glory.
In they go. And it's Magisk instead. Kills a piece. MPL says not today. Line up on the cross, and even going back in for more. Damage put down range to Magisk. Yabi late lurk in mid, he's been spotted. There's also a lurk out of Essential all the way through T-spawn, and so the net's starting to close on these side players for now. They want to deal with Yabi in mid while they know they've got this 1v1. MPL hanging around, goes looking for it, takes a lot of damage in the battle, and now the flank's been given up as well. Hold on, something might be happening for Astralis here as Yabi shuts down the mid lurk. And Essential, smoke on the bomb, adds some stress, adds some pressure. Stair just swings out before he can even tap it. Astralis break the 9-round streak that BATE were on. Which, yeah, is as horrible as it sounds. They at least get through, but that's got to be the beginning of a streak of their own. That can't just be a one and done for Astralis.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The thing is, though, that was another set piece. That was a call from Spawn, Harry. The defaults have been underwhelming so far. Need to be able to see them take some map control, some space on the map, and close things out in the mid rounds. That was a back-to-back execution. We saw the same thing with the Tech 9, same execute there towards A with the full gun run. Sure, it works out, and that's great, but now these are the rounds where you really need to leave a mark, leave an impression. Working towards that connector control, it's going to be scared. Flashbang is all for the CT, he comes out on top. Beautiful work. Finding some opening advantages now, broken the streak. Now can they find one of their own to tie things up? 10-7. Money is fragile on the CT side, and Stair is looking razor sharp right now. Beautiful couple of frags. Headtrick will reply, but the damage has been done. A bomb site is wide open, and I think they're considering the save already.
I mean, what more can you say than that? Sometimes it's just, you know, breaking the streak and kind of remembering what it feels like to win. It's astonishing how that can bring the confidence back, you know? Like, we watched that string of, like, horrible sprays and just whiffs across the last few rounds out of Astralis. They get one on the board, and suddenly you get Stair running entry pathing up through connector, 2 quick kills, both super clean headshots, and that's enough to win you the round. It just kind of needed that round on the board to refocus you a little bit and restore some of that faith. These were plays that Astralis wouldn't have even attempted rounds ago, you know? So,
well, there it is.
A nice way to get back out there.
Yeah, loving that. Stair, we said he's a safe pair of hands, and proving himself to have dangerous hands as well. Fighting his way for that connector and getting that double kill secures the victory. Money was precarious, but they do save multiple weapons here. So this is the all-important round, Harry. If BATE can hold on and find victory here, they'll be absolutely fine. But Astralis can close this down to a one-round game. They should break the economy and be back to their winning ways. Can Stair do it again? Going to be another default setup here. Just waiting for the CT aggression at the start, the exchange of the utility. Jostling for control, working out which space they want to take. Presence shown towards B by Yabi. Going to be throwing a Molotov and a smoke in towards B, trying to maintain focus on that side of the map. All the meanwhile, smoke's going down towards top and middle once again. So Yabi has managed to keep 2 players on that side of the map. It looks to be an A split to finish things off here.
I think Yabi was just yawning. Which I'm a firm believer is never a good sign. Either that or he was like yelling randomly in the middle of the round.
That could be happening. Maybe
like a big open mouth yell. He just goes, ah!
Let's say it was that. He ain't tired. He's locked in.
Stair again. Gonna try his hand at the comm walk. Last time it was 2 kills on the entry out through connector. And this time he's reconsidered. He's changed his mind. Still fighting and dying for this mid control. And that's a crazy dink for MPL. A follow-up as he catches Yabi in the dome. Sharks to really sweeten the deal on this. It takes Device to move in. Magisk and Device. The dream duo that were meant to... Oh, whoa, backflip. Yo, he really is Tom Cruise. That was real Device flying around there. And Headtrick obviously kills them both. So Bait are quick to return to their winning ways. What a great round that was.
Yeah,
for all the reasons.
Everything. Yeah, I loved it. MPL as well. The reposition, when it looked like he was going to fall back, they'd already done significant damage. The fadeaway play looking like the most logical option. He stays in the cage with them. Gets a triple kill in the end. It brings it into a massive round lead in terms of the manpower overall. And sure, you got Device, you got Magis there, but unable to do anything with it. And it's a must-win round for Bait, and they managed to deliver the goods in MPL especially. This is the moment. They have no idea he's stuck around there. Gets 3 kills total. Beautiful shots coming in from Headtrick to close things out. Money should be fine for Astralis, but Money was also the breaking point for Bait. So the fact they win that so convincingly as well, an absolute godsend. Just to note as well, Alex666, he's up to 22 kills. Essential, not so much. He's a 4-11, but his teammates stepping up, going above and beyond when they need him to. And now Device still on the AWP. Money also in a tight spot there. Lose this round, it could be curtains for Astralis.
If this is following the pattern of always being a funny number in the scoreline, this could be 9-1-1. Calling an ambulance, but not for me type vibe.
True. It's the most dangerous scoreline in the world as well. So it actually works on many levels.
Let's see. Device scoped in with the AWP, Stare again, walking in through lower, back to this mid-control for Astralis. It's been their go-to, but it hasn't necessarily loved them back. And a big part of that has been MPL. You've got to acknowledge this guy's efforts here, right? Alex might be top in the charts, but MPL has been so annoying to deal with out here in middle. If you can get a clean kill on him, I think that really opens up your ability to get something going here. Kenzazor found first. MPL tried the duel out from window and gets spotted by Stare down in lowest. So at bare minimum, they've displaced him. Bomb still out in mid, and Stare's going back, I guess, to go get this now.
Oh, okay. Hooksy, that's actually kind of massive. Headtrick stepping up as well. Bait in a prime position now to find map points.
Yabi has to stay alive. Yabi has to stay alive here. He's alone at B, the bomb's coming to join him. Essential can hear this from short, and they're still kind of chasing the ghost of Hooksy, which is somewhere in the back line. They don't know where exactly, but he was last seen floating around at the murder hole. Good check. Good trade. Yabi leaves it even in a 2-on-2. It's the bottom performer and the top performer left standing for this Bait squad.
Yeah, with their powers combined, they are mid. And it's going to be Alex666 with Step. And he's going to be Step coming out on top just when they needed him to deliver the goods there. The round felt like it was spiraling. And it is going to be Astralis keeping their head above water and denying map points.
And well, the meme number prophecy, it just finds a way to keep delivering.
It really has. The B-stream's been wild today. Had so many ups and downs, so many funny numbers.
I liked your them, you know, their powers combined, their mid. That was good. I think we should big each other up whenever we've said a funny thing.
Yeah.
And you are funny, Avery.
Well, this will be a funny round for Bates because they don't really have much to work with. It's going to be a little push in towards the B apartments. But I think that's all they really can do. That was their chance. That was their look in. Alex will have to do something unbelievably good with the Desert Eagle, but I think his options now very limited. The first few shots do not connect. Does he have anything left in the tank? I don't think so. A wall bang maybe, a chance, but Astralis have found double digits. You'd like to think. Okay, hold on.
Oh god, guys.
Hold on.
Come on. Come on.
Kill this guy.
They've mag-dumped 1,000 bullets in the ticket, and they finally get him. There we go. Look at that. That's impressive that he stays alive so long. The fact that Alex had us nervous at 25 and 13 with just a deagle, that speaks volumes as to just how hard he's hitting. It's down to a one-round game, though. And the thing that is so mental about this, Henry, is it's a one-round game, Bait are all in, right? They fully code in that last round. Now they have the guns. But if they lose this, like at the 11th hour, in the most insane way, Astralis are gonna look to beat them after all. And so this round is for all the marbles. It doesn't really matter how good you played in the rest of the game outside of, you know, like the first 6 rounds. The turnaround from Bait was fantastic, obviously. They went on a 9-round streak, but it won't matter if you lose this one.
It's all to play for. It's all up in the air. Astralis, 1 round away from breaking the bank, breaking the backs of Bait. They've held on. And we get back into round number 22 here. Big numbers over towards the B side of the map this time. Yabi been showing heavy presence time and time again, dropping the Molotov, dropping the smoke, trying to keep players on this side of the map. But Hooksy this time showing the presence towards middle, while Stare once again makes his way through the underpass. All bang attempts coming through as well. Stare with the smoke clears. Redeploy another one here. This time towards connector. Second wave for Util. Flushing out that connector position. As Yabi just walked through this, he was trying it, but Essential will be finding the kill through the smoke. Hetrick chimes in as well, a 5-on-3. It's down to Stare to really recover this. The only player in a position to do anything about it. Smoked off. And now pinned in. I don't know if he can recover this now.
Not going to be easy, that much is for certain. Stare at least has good space here. So won't spot him, and that doesn't go both ways. MPL with a massive pickup, but it's still all Stare. A second kill allows that bomb to get planted. Dead after the fact. MPL continues to have terrific output.
Never.
It's left to Device. On the line, hoping he gives him another chance, another jump, and that did connect. MPL brought down low. Now they know where Device is. He's going to be real slick with this AWP. Shot comes through, another on Device, and it takes Essential, the 3rd man, to stop him in his tracks. He was walking that clutch home. Essential shuts him down, and Bait get on to map point. You can't say they've got here unscathed. Only 1 player surviving. The threat of a reset still looms over this Bait squad.
Yeah, this has got overtime written all over it. Great effort there from Device. He doesn't win the round, but he keeps him incredibly modest. Still a chance to bring this all the way back. First opening kill there, very clean for Bait, but the fact it comes down to a 1v1 in the end. Still great output from Stare. Found on that entry in towards the A side, and Device definitely made it exciting. Some vintage Deve there, almost delivered. Close but no cigar. And we will see round number 23 come through. Both teams feeling the financial burden, as we do have Hooksy down to a Tech 9. Galil for Stare and Magisk, and yeah, this could be it. Could be curtains for Astralis after being up 6-1. Bait now have 2 opportunities to put this one away. If Astralis can win this round, and it will be difficult with the little they have, they can fully reset Bait here and presumably take us to overtime. This really is for all the marbles now, Harry. We really do mean it this time. This is the one.
Yeah. You feel like you have to deal with MPL. He has had crazy impact in this second half. You know, it's a position he's right at home on. You'll find him lurking here on these window boosts around the mid area throughout much of Bait's T side, and he's just got such a good read of the situation. Him only getting out with 1. This is one of his worst rounds yet. It still might be enough for the Bait squad. Magisk with a must-win fight over Alex, and now him and Hooksy, their powers combined, have to keep this game going for Astralis. That's Bait run away with Mirage. 1 back for Hooksy. Spot on the second, and the captain clutches. Astralis still in this thing.
Hooksy delivering the goods when the chips were down. A 2 versus 1 situation. He goes above and beyond. A chaotic round to say the very least there, and it felt like Bait had enough to work with there to close things out. But as we mentioned, Harry, lose that round, they are the ones now who will be spiraling financially. The money is going to be busted, and you can see that reflected on their setup right now. We've got 5.7s, MP9s. Pyjamas, it is looking ropey out there. They've had to sacrifice most of their helmets as well. You can see both teams, even after winning the previous round, Astralis have Hooksy on a Tech 9. There's still Galil's out there. It's still a real chance for Bait to close things out, considering the lack of firepower Astralis also have. But Device does have his AWP. Let's see what he can make of it. This one's for overtime. Want to close things out of your Bait. It's going to be Stare. Beautiful shot towards the window to open things up.
And I just think that's such a huge blow to Bait. Losing MPL, the man that he's had mid in this spillover on lock. A bit of an awkward fight for Hooksy, but it's swiftly dealt with. And you were dead on. This has got OT written all over it. Head trick, denied ground by the Molly. Magisk holding on. Alex 666. Approaching 30 kills, trying to wrestle this back from the Ram side. They know about him now. With Essential winning that fight out over in CT, Device follows up, and him and Magisk keep it in check. We lock in OT.
Well, there we have it. An arduous second half for Astralis. But they've managed to get us the full distance. The bonus rounds have been found. Every round felt like it came down to the wire. Nothing was comfortable, nothing was safe. But it's a full reset, and you have to say the momentum's going to be on their side of the server right now. Money finally reset. There's been so many compromised rounds with both teams there. Hooksy, fair play to him. He's the one finding the clutches, recovering the weapons, dropping them for his teammates, and operating with the Tech 9 multiple times there towards the end. And a chance to catch their breath here. It's been a real roller coaster affair. They were down 6-1 on Bait. They managed to bring it all the way back to 6-6. Astralis then were really struggling. 4-0 against them. 10-6 overall, and then had to fight. And that man in your screen right there was instrumental in the bounce back to form. Continued to find opening picks, found that confidence, the aggression to push smokes, and with pixel perfect precision, continue to deliver the opening kills time and time again. So well done to Stare, and we go again.
Yeah, it felt so necessary, right? I've been crediting MPL all CT side long with the impact he's found, even again here starting things off in a 5v4. And it's like with him hitting so hard, your mid player, which is Stare for Astralis, has to be just as switched on if you want to match up against it. And he very much, you know, rose to the occasion throughout that second half, getting better and better from a rough start. He was down, you know, alongside the rest of the team, kind of bottom of the board. It was him, Yabi, and Hooksy that weren't really getting any mileage. He's flowing through the rankings. And so let's see if Stare can keep this up. Even now in a 4v5, it's only Hooksy they've lost. He's not contributed a lot to this game in terms of the kills outside of that one clutch. And so maybe they can still find a way to make this one right. Magisk left to a lurk out through ramp. Alex concealed under Palace, and MPL bested by Stare in that head-to-head, the battle of midway. Alex, 2 from him. And it's everyone clashing with their counterparts from the other side, leaving this one in a 2-on-3. Bomb planted, Magisk goes on for a little bit more. How's Device gonna look? 1 versus 2, bomb already ticking. He's got to get a move on. He's waiting for this smoke to fade. Both players on the CT side, and so Device, a bit of freedom in this 1v2. Goes searching, goes looking, and with head trick already on the line, Device can't find a way back in. Bait take the first in OT.
Another rock'em sock'em round of Counter-Strike there. MPL to open things up. A lovely opener, but then Stare fighting back through the connector once again. Finds multiple kills. Magisk finding some form once again. He's up to 25 and 18, by the way. Magisk had a great showing here on Mirage. And Device, there was nothing really left in the CTs in terms of utility in the 1 versus 2 there. And thankfully, it will be head trick. The hits, the round-winning shot. We go 1-0. Bait now with the advantage. And we're going to change things up. It looks to be a fast split here. I don't think we're wasting any time whatsoever. Straight into the thick of it. It's another opening kill for MPL. He takes down Yabi. Is this going to be the 2-0 locked in? It might well be. Alex666 chiming in as well. It's an absolute bloodbath on the A bomb site. The change of pace has done nothing for Astralis here, taking more damage en route. Stare, I don't think he'll be fighting his way out of this one. Down to 20 points of health. They're swarming him, they're coming for him, and that should be enough to win the round. Bomb goes down, and Matt is sure he's got a nice flank, but his teammates are dropped, and it is going to be 2-0 for Bait.
Takes the shot straight away as well, so he's lost the element of surprise on this wrap round. No road left to run for Magisk. They get out with a lot of AKs too, which only makes them harder to displace in this final round of this first half of OT. It'd be a bit of a statement win if they're able to pull up now with 3 in a row on this CT half. And I mean, you just forced the pace change out of Astralis. They tried to catch you sleeping. That was a very different looking round to what Bait have seen at any other point in this game. And it was their cleanest one yet. So that just emboldens you.
Yeah,
MPL,
that's a really good point.
Bro, he's been so frustrating to deal with out here in mid. Even now, a different look. Him and Stare destined to clash again.
Well, it's all going from bad to worse. You've lost 2 players towards top and middle. Magisk will find 1 in response, but they are dropping like flies. Another 4 versus 2. Bait really have powered up toward the tail end here. 3-0 looking very likely. Nice idea on the boost, but you don't even have to hold these choke points anymore. You've got a massive lead here. 2 on each bomb site will suffice. And MPL, he guarantees a 3-0 there. It's going to be Yabby. Nothing left to do, nothing left to say. It would be a ridiculous 4-on-1 scenario. A series of blunders would have to be presented to him. And all we have to do, like I said, hold those bomb sites and job done. So 3-0, Harry. Going to be very difficult to recover, but certainly not impossible.
Yeah. You know, this is a rough scoreline. There's kind of no denying it if you're Astralis, especially after you're able to embark on a comeback in the second half. Tying it up on a side that you've struggled with as of late, but then you hit OT and you find nothing on your T side, and you don't want that to kind of be the thing that holds you back in these games. CT half, it's where they do their best work, so if they were going to try and drag us to another OT, this is the place for it. But you won't be able to get by, you'll never be able to leave the cycle of overtimes if you don't produce a bit more on these T halves. Bait also now are like really in the swing of things. They barely even had MPL super activated in their T half. A lot of it was coming off of Alex. So now you throw into the mix that he has had like this insane resurgence as the games continued and become a driving force behind their success. I think that changes the DNA of this OT a lot.
I mean, Bait is hitting harder pound for pound right now. Everyone's showing up, and Astralis starting to shrink. It feels like they're not winning their duels. Hooksy, unable to deliver anything. Yabby, we haven't said his name for a while. And let's see whether he can deliver a couple of frags here. I think it might be GG, ladies and gentlemen. Bates with a resurgence here in overtime. A clean sweep as they go 4-0. A very convincing finish here, Harry. It's going to be down to the Device in the 5 versus 1. Not going to happen. And Bates steal the show, steal the map away, as they were the ones who were 6-1 down, and they managed to finish in stunning form there, 4-0 in overtime. Alex getting 32 kills, MPL with a massive amount of opening frags there, 26 and 19 for himself.
Because on the top end, I don't think there was a crazy huge degree of difference between like the output you were getting from Magisk, guy on your screen right now, and like Alex on the other side. And then Stare versus MPL. It was kind of similar in output and what they were capable of, with those 2 players both having to go on to recover past the second half, you know? It's as you look like down the ranks that things started to get more problematic. Device might have had a hot start, but as the game went on and when the kills became more important, Head Trick looked like the better AWPer. So let's see. Let's kind of get a temperature check in this pistol round. They will be playing into the stack. You don't love that for Astralis. They're going B, and Bait open up with 4 players here. Not a bad way to start. Head Trick doming Magisk. Alex with the follow-up. And it is a pretty convincing shutdown over a B.
Yeah, they don't even get a look in. Device sure he gets one, but he's now on 20 points of health. Not long for this one, I'm afraid. If he gets one more kill, that'll be something, I suppose, which he will get. So not a complete whitewash there, but still not great signs for Astralis. And yeah, they don't even get the bomb planted. They don't even get close to the bomb site in general. So that's going to be a fantastic start. It will be Bait dominating the pistol once again. And we'll see whether they can continue with their winning ways here. Should be the eco. You can force buy, I suppose, in the second round, but it looks to be the Glocks. Just a single flashbang. Could be in the back pocket of Device. So head towards A. See if they can overrun the bomb site here. Make things interesting, competitive. But they're up against Headtrick. He's got the MP9. Playing in an up-front position. The flashbang could do quite a lot here.
Oh!
That's enough. That's enough.
He's done his part. And there's MPL ready to close Headtrick now with AWP money, baby. That's what it's all about. That's what they call him, AWP money, baby. So he'll get to pull that out into the first gun round. Device does not have his.
Okay. Here we go, the meat and potatoes, as it were. Very quick, little vault up and towards the B bomb site. The lurk smoke being deployed courtesy of Astralis. It's going to be Yabby trying to utilize it, trying to thread the needle, but taking massive damage. Absolutely nuked by the grenade, but still, he's done very well to even get one kill out of that scenario. AK's lighting them up right now, and it's going to be a wide open B bomb set and a wide open round, really. Headtrick, MPL so far removed, no choice but to save. Nice opening call.
Yeah, kind of a cool idea. You know, you throw in the lurk smoke, behind it you throw in a full exec, and Yabby gets in deep, and they've got no idea. Essentially, he's just given a free kill. And then once he has that much room, once he's confirmed, hey, they're not playing ahead of the smoke, and then he kills the cave guy, which is, you know, one of the real only threats is you have is a player coming out of cave and getting to default, being able to fight you on a timing, or players barreling through the long smoke. But once Yabby's out there and he kills the site player, it's like there's no more danger, right? Everyone else just floods through. They've got 3 sets of smokes down, so there's really nothing open. And Bait also didn't seem super prepared for the pace of that round. It felt like they thought Yabby was operating alone, which, you know, isn't a crazy thought to have. We saw earlier in the MIBR game, it was something they were doing a hell of a lot, you know, just these solo lurk smokes and Sani running in behind it, and then the rest of the team going elsewhere. But
yeah,
here, all of Astralis were there.
As soon as Yabby gets that just one kill, it just frees up and alleviates so much pressure on the bomb site, and everyone floods through, and yeah, it's so difficult to contain at that point. Really nice call from Hooksy, and still, a lot of work being done here. They do save multiple weapons in the previous round, Bait that is, but Astralis answer back early. It's going to be Steph, caught out by Kenzie. They just will answer back quickly, though, and he fancies his chances here towards middle. The elbow under a lot of scrutiny right now. Device will find the second kill of the round for Astralis. Good Molotov. Back and forth we go. MPL, that's ridiculous. What a shot. In the fire and flames, he manages to come out on top there and find the man advantage. It's a very important round for both teams here. 3 versus 2 for now. Plenty of time on the clock here. Yabby, haven't said his name a whole bunch so far in this series. He's had a rough couple of months for Astralis. See whether he can make this one work. Device will come join in from A main. That is the place to go if you're going to go anywhere. MPL is so low. Should be able to take him down, no problem. Device confident in his ability to venture in towards the A bomb site. So far, so good. Tucks himself in towards Temple. And this round is on a knife's edge right now. Problem is, the T's are segregated. They could go for a B split. Device has confirmed CT spawn is clear. But time ticking away now. What's the final maneuver? Makes his way back in towards the A side, but MPL still ready and waiting.
Yeah, don't know about Yabi. Oh my goodness. Springs early,
Huge.
Gets out with 2. Yabi on this very delayed lurk in mid, able to cut down those rotates, and that's exactly what Astralis need. Alex666 off the back of a stellar game on Mirage has a very awkward clutch in front of him. Has to first get past Device, and he can't even manage that. Astralis 2-all as the Yabi lurk brings home a round that Astralis fell out of. That's a 2-on-3 in the post plant that Yabi makes happen.
Yeah, really nice work from Yabi. As I mentioned, quiet series for him so far. Hasn't really had any high-impact moments, but pretty nice trigger discipline. Gets the absolute most out of this scenario as well. There'll be scrambled comms, panic setting in once he goes down. And it will be Astralis with a much-needed victory there. That kind of levels the playing field 2-2 and breaks the money of the CTs.
Well, because, you know, we spoke coming into today about kind of this tournament, the teams that are in attendance, who could be considered favorites to try and make a deep run. And I think for a team like Astralis, this is the perfect sort of event for them to try and get their hands on a trophy. So you want them to recover in this series, just so you kind of know where you stand with this Astralis squad. Because in my mind, right, like you think about their debut event with Hooksy in the roster, and it was out in Astana. There they managed to make a final run. They get all the way, which was a huge departure from where we held Astralis prior, right? A team that had just been falling off for the longest time. Well, here, there's even less, you know, top teams. There's even the top teams that are here, squads like Aurora, are higher up in the rankings than Spirit certainly were back in Astana, the team that they went on to face in that final. And so, for my money, you know, this is one of the squads that should be looking for a deep run, and anything less than that would feel like an absolute major disappointment for this Astralis squad.
Yeah, they found like a few finals this year since Hooksy joined as well. They got to the final of Fisher Playground, where they lost out to Tyler as well. It always feels that there's opportunities to get some silverware, but just making deep runs and playoffs is enough right now. But the thing is, it's not consistent. As you mentioned with EPL, like dropping out to the group stages, and in stage 2, it just felt like, what's happened to this team? Why are they so up and down? But either way, Harry, we're straight back into the action. We're going for a fast A. And there might be enough more they can shoot here, because Headtrick's here with the AWP, and he's mowing them down shot by shot. It's going to be MPO to confirm the round by the looks of things here. 4 versus 2. Yabi will have to step up once again. The bomb is planted. Not impossible to pull this one off with Take Device and Yabi working in tandem. Nice opening kill, but the trade is available. And now Device, he's been in plenty of clutch opportunities today. Hasn't necessarily converted many of them, but let's see what he can do with this.
Not a bad way to start. Gifted that first. There's the follow-up. Only one left to find.
Oh.
Headtrick gonna stop him 1 kill shy of that 1-on-3. And again, it's another head-to-head going in Headtrick's favor. This time stopping an important clutch. Slowing the roll of Astralis on this T-half.
Wow. That certainly had all the makings of a Device clutch, but again, he gets so tantalizingly close and he's shut down at the final hurdle. It's happened so many times.
I mean, also, dude, it's a really nice moment for Headtrick. He kind of felt like he'd already done enough to win the round with that double opening, right? And so you don't want that to slip by. At least he's the master of his own fate in that final 1v1. He decides, no, it was enough. 3 kills in the round for Bates Orpa.
Okay. Beautiful pickup. Device now finding some fine form. He gets 2 opening frags courtesy of the AWP. A 5-on-3. Surely the round is theirs, and the money's a breaking point as well. After the previous round comes down to a 1v1, which started off as a 4-on-2 advantage for Bates. Device, 2 shots fired, 2 kills garnered. Little spam damage coming through. Bit of information leaked out to Astralis as well. As at least 1 player towards the cave. Gonna have to gamble stack really at this point. Essential will be joining the teammates, the comrades, over towards the A bomb site, and not even a gamble stack, more of a save mentality by the looks of things here.
Yeah, it's hard to also like stack B with how they're set up. Headtrick deep in main, you know it's probably not A with him in this position.
Right.
And that hasn't stopped them from moving away. And it's like all those kills come in so early, so quickly in the round. You know Astralis have full util. They could run a full exec. So even if you were stacked here, it's like, where do you play? You know, you're not going to have long. You're not going to have short. That leaves you with just sight forward positions. And then you're vulnerable to all the util. Yeah, it just makes more sense here to just play the numbers if you're bait and look for something in this next round. You don't feel good about it, but that's what happens when Device is handed a double kill out in mid. Rough way for it to go for MPL. They wanted to try the run boost. Maybe that would have given him better odds, but honestly, it was a really heads-up smoke break. Device on a powerful line. He gets that spawn for mid, and he had intent to go and put it to work, and boy, did he. That's after just falling short in the clutch as well. That's a hair-raising round for Device, kind of making up for the lost one in the round prior.
Some beautiful camera work here, I have to say. Lovely visual effects. We had like a fisheye lens in towards A main there as well. The shaky cam on the bomb explode. Beautiful stuff. But yeah, it is going to be Astralis managing to find a slight lead here. This is what we want to see. No blowouts at the start. Keep them neck and neck throughout this campaign on Ancient. Few weapons save. Most notably the Headtrick AWP tactical timeout. The first of which called by bait here. Round number 8 coming up next. Feels that we're getting to the domain of must-win territory. The money is so fragile. You can see the head-to-head duels right now. It's been an interesting stat to keep track of, but Device, after that previous round, absolutely dominating that mid-area. Gets the mid-smoke popped open for him. 2 shots fired, 2 kills delivered. So what have we got in store here? The money's actually, considering they saved those weapons, they've actually got a pretty decent overall buy here on the bait side. We've got the red smoke courtesy of Device, and he'll be heading towards B this time, changing the approach. Boosting up. Oh dear.
Good
there
catch.
It is.
Good catch for Headtrick. It's been a provably good head-to-head for him. Yabi trying to make amends for this, but they've lost a lot of players very, very quickly. This would be a great way to return to form for bait at the hands of their AWP, firing back for a double kill. And I mean, we've just seen in the last round, that can be enough. Also, yeah, I've been a fan of the little camera work we've had. I don't know who the observers are, but if I had to guess, it's Loxar. We'll see. But I think
give us a sign, I'm sure.
The shaky cam is a telltale of his. He likes to come up with interesting camera angle.
Right, it's been very good. For a B stream, this is spectacular. The casters, they've got something to work on, but overall, it's been a great B stream experience. As we will see bait bouncing back, 4 players surviving that one. That's a very convincing round. Like I said, felt like must win in terms of the economy for them. And don't really put a foot wrong there whatsoever. Excellent work. And now back to the drawing board. The tactical timeout has led them to great success. Speaking of which, time for Astralis to drop theirs. If you're just joining us, this is the opening day here, PGL Masters Bucharest 2025. Last game of the day on the B stream, and indeed on the A stream as well. Swiss format. So 3 wins and you're through to the playoffs, 3 losses and you're out. First game for either of these 2 teams. I guess while we're here, I can have a real quick look at some of the more notable results, something that's been a bit more interesting. Any huge upsets? Liquid took down Legacy 2-1. Pain took down Gentle Mates. Heroic took down NLP 2-0. GamerLegion owning FlyQuest. I think this is like a make or break tournament for FlyQuest. I don't know if you agree, Harry, with the new coach Azza. Feels like they need to start showing some form and that they can compete and hang at this level.
Yeah, you very much want to see that. And even the results in that game are weird because it was 2 very, very close maps.
Yeah.
Overtime, map 1. You know, full regulation, map 2. But how long are you okay with just seeing promise, you know?
Agreed. Just need more time.
Oh, not a bad way for this to start. Full mid-fight, full mid-aggression, and bait clamped down on Astralis' mid-control. Hooksy at 0-5, yet to make a dent in this game. And I don't know if a 2v5 is the time nor the place for him to do it. It might be 0-6, buddy. No, he's got one. Oh, makes it the double. All right, the GOAT.
Good try. It won't really mean too much, I don't think, unless Yabi gets this kill cleanly. Head trick, though, denies it. So nice work from Hooksy, gets himself off the mark, but that's a very important round for Bait to win. They are starting to fly here on the second map of Ancient, looking for a 2-0. This would be the upset of the day, I would say, if they do get a 2-0 cleanly against Astralis.
Yeah.
Looking at some of those results, like some of the results, like I said, Aurora beating NIP, not necessarily an upset, but like the fact they get a 2-0, you thought that'd be a really close tie game. NIP have looked much better as of late. But yeah, they get a 2-0 here. This would definitely be an upset, I would say. As we see the Glocks coming through, and okay, this is looking quite promising now. 6-4, pretty much locked in. Can Bait close it out? Can they find this round cleanly? We've seen a couple. Oh, wasn't it? Okay, okay. Thank you for clarifying. Again, great camera work.
Dude, it's got to be Loxar. I'm adamant that that's who we got.
He would have given you a sign, though, if it was. Surely he would have given you like a little nod in game.
But I'm pretty sure he's like patented the shaky cam. I don't believe he's sharing that.
Okay. No one else can work out the technology, the shaky cam?
Maybe they can, but no one is.
Okay. It's like his calling card.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not him. Okay.
It's not. Who is it?
Oh, no,
Who
maybe he's saying
have?
yes, he's not. Okay. Maybe he's saying no one else can use that. No one else is doing it. I don't know. I don't know what that shake means. We need more info.
Yeah. How do you communicate a name via shakes? Can you spell out your name using the player names? We'll go with the first letter of every player.
Like a Ouija board, is that what we're doing?
Yeah, like a Ouija board, kind of.
That could work, I suppose. It's not not the worst idea you've ever had.
Like a Ouija board of names. There's enough letters here. It's almost every letter of the alphabet. Well, there's 10 letters.
Almost.
That's nearly half.
Yeah. It's a fair point. Well made. Or a missed smoke or a blocked smoke towards Red. It doesn't look like it's disastrous.
They're really flexing the camera angles now. I like this. It's like a cinematic experience. Woo! Bootsy dead. Bro, we're in the future. Stare out in mid. Dead after one. Trades go either which way, but Bait still the ones in the advantage. 4-on-2 now. And dude, this is supposed to be one of the home maps for... Oh,
hang on. Hold the phone.
They're laughing. Kenzor's laughing. They're having a good time. They're not stressed. It's a 3v1. It's Device. It's Unk. What's he going to do?
Young.
Oh, and he's got to beat Head Trick, his arch nemesis? I don't think so.
The bomb is not in a great position.
Oh, he's gone past Head Trick.
Okay, a chance. A world. Oh my god, look at this.
Oh.
Puts him out of his misery. Takes him out back. Unk down. How old is Unk? Is he 29,
30.
I guess? 30. Oh, that is old. Come on. That's almost too old.
Pack it in.
That's almost too old. No one wants to be 30 in general.
I like that Head Trick v Device has been such a consistent fixture of this. Obviously, two AWPers that both spent a weird stint on NIP.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Head Trick did hold the edge over him in map 1, and I think it's safe to say he's been dominating him here in map 2.
Okay, with a chance here. The Mac 10s can be deadly, Harry. You know that. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Let them through, get some space. They can be overwhelming, especially to warpers.
Oh, the triple walk down. 3 players walking it in. Yabi going to deal with one on the Deagle. Essential can't follow up. A missed shot from the Head Trick AWP. Magisk. He's the modern day bully hunter. He doesn't like what Head Trick's been doing to Device. How's he going to cope with the AWP? Not well, and that solidifies an 8-4 CT half out of this Bait squad. Convincing stuff here. This was a map that, as he was saying, is supposed to be one of the home field maps, the map for Astralis. And for Bait, it's one that they've struggled on a hell of a lot. So honestly,
Well,
this is a fantastic scoreline at the half if you're Bait. You're feeling very, very good about this.
Well, it all started with that pistol victory, very convincing pistol over towards B, got the conversion. Then Astralis went on to win 3 rounds in a row. There was a few clutches in the mix, a few clutch attempts. Device came very close once again. That's the problem. Device back in the day, he was winning those 3-on-1s. He was converting those. Right now, Close isn't finding the rounds they need. And it's going to be 5 rounds in a row for Bait to close that one out. Once again, Harry, though, super aggressive, very active across the map. You said it in that previous round. The 3-man push down the B ramp here. That's wild. Taking the game to them, even when you know they're on a low buy, willing to take those risks, hit their shots. And sure, came down to a 2v1, but it's still a 2v1 in their favor. And one they closed out very convincingly.
I think it also just speaks to the mindset, because you're dead on, you know, like you go for the triple push down ramp, you know you're taking the fight to your opponents, you know you're going to have gunfights rolled out in front of you, and that's arguably where Bait are at their best, you know, like so them feeling the kind of confidence to get away with this, it's reflected in the scoreline, it's reflected with where we're at in this series. They have the chance to 2-0 this Astralis squad on Astralis' home map as the second. They're launching in an A play. Yabi, will he be able to stop this? He's back in Donut, might just fall away, look to play retake, but you kind of want to hang around, try and get out with one. You don't want to be too greedy here. But a 5v4 feels so much better on the retake. Flash gets rid of him, and instead they'll chase him down. Yabi sticking it out in Donut proves the hot Astralis as they're now man down in the retake.
Man, oh man. It's going to be a very difficult retake indeed. 5-on-4, no damage done really. Yabi has to sit this one out. Great flashbang, but the follow-up shots are even better, and it's all going one way in favor of Bates. A very convincing, clean finish as Headtrick. He closes things down, recovers the dual elites, and that is an absolute disaster. Astralis, once again, the pistol completely collapses. They don't even get a look in. That's both pistol rounds now going in favor of Bates. And it's going to have to be a force buy, I suppose. I guess you can take the full eco, but I'm assuming they're going to bring out the 5.7s and MP9s. Just pick your poison moment. You're already incredibly far behind. You probably need to take a risk at this stage. But what a convincing finish. The Glocks absolutely decimate them on the A-bomb side. Light work made of Astralis here, and it will be the force. Some good grenade damage, at least towards Essential. But 5.7s, Deagles, no MP9s. They've opted for more utility. A little bit of a stack towards B, leaving middle completely open. And at least that's where Bates are going to plant their troops. Going to try and get some cave control to kick things off here. Hooksy with the smoke, trying to bait in Device. Grenade, fortunately, lands on the other side. No damage taken thus far. So they're now going to fall back with the bomb through T-spawn, so they might have been rumbled here. Smoke down towards red. Yabi boosted up. And Stare with the Desert Eagle and Donut. A good try, a nice shot, but doesn't quite connect.
And, you know, we were saying map 1, on the top end of both of these squads, you had very similar output. It was kind of the floor for Bait just felt higher. Here, map 2, it's like we're having a bad trip. The floor and the ceiling have merged to become one. And Bait, it's just everyone is hitting very, very hard. There isn't really a weak link.
Oh, good smoke. That could be enough to win the round, Harry.
Yeah, resmoke with this much time left. I'm curious, they do have a nade on Headtrick, but you hate doing this. You hate having to blow the smoke open and come through. You know that's exactly what Astralis want. They get a sound cue. They know when the push is coming. But Stare only gets out with one. And the cover is now in. Bait double digits secured. That middle finger from Astralis to the smoke down is swiftly responded to. And this force buy does not pan out. Astralis now back to eco. And that's going to give, very likely, 11 rounds up to Bait, meaning it all hinges on finding a lot of success and very quickly, as soon as those guns come out for Astralis. There are no more second chances now.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Double digits and a presumably very difficult follow-up round here. You can actually see Device will be taken down here. Leave him with nothing. Take away his helmet. Oh, nice shot, but surely dealt with here. So Majors will save Deagle, basic Kevlar. They're averaging around $2,500. Has to be the full eco now. Bait will be touching distance to 2-0 glory. The favorite map of Astralis, you can see the fist bumps, not even that convincing anymore. Even Hooksy's gone a bit quiet. Knowing what's up next, knowing they've got no chance in this full eco. We'll see what
I think
they
it's
invest
also
in
just a very like demoralizing way to start. You know, you've had almost a month now since your last event where you didn't have a lot of time to get everything ready. You come here with a bunch of fresh ideas, wanting to show everyone what you've been working on.
Yeah, right.
And you're staring down like a pretty dominant loss on what is supposed to be the best map in your pool versus a team that aren't particularly good on this map either. You know, it's a rough way to go about it. But at the end of the day, like, Bait don't care about your feelings. In fact, they're probably glad if you're feeling a little upset. Kenzazor's on for the ace, and with how he's played in this round, he really wants to get it. Headtrick says, nah, buddy. No one gets aces anymore. 4 will do. Bait, they've got a chance to end this here and now. And if they win this rifle, and here's the thing as well, they're calling from the front, right? Like, at this point in the game, everyone wants to be a caller. Everyone wants to offer up ideas. Everyone's got ideas for plays. You feel like you have the entire strat book open. Meanwhile, for Astralis, it's very restrictive. You don't want to risk it all on a super aggressive move and throw away your only rifle round. So you kind of feel super restricted. Meanwhile, Bait feel like they can do anything.
Oh, lots of great utility at the start there as well. Those set HE grenades go towards the Red Room steps. They all hit the mark, make things very uncomfortable. Stair takes another lick of damage as well. And it's going to be the A bomb site under scrutiny here, Harry. We're going to see Magis behind the big box. Very vulnerable and susceptible to flashes as well. The boost up comes through. MP are not going to be checking it though. Spotted and still recovers. How has he got away with that?
Oh, Device reclaims one. They know they have him trapped. The rest of Astralis try to barrel through to help out. They'll make it out behind default, but they don't go any further. And with Device dead, it's only Hooksy. Now, look how low they are. There's a bunch of low players here. Kenzazor's the only guy with health. Facing first, Headtrick still able to thread the needle on that shot. And so Bait, they are ready to cross this finish line, and they've been ready for a long time. This has been no contest on Ancient. Bait, far and away, the heavier hitters right now.
Yeah, well, we could see signs of this in overtime of Mirage. Just the individual form was dropping off for Astralis and is getting stronger and stronger round by round for Bait. They're looking like they're in incredible form right now. How is MPL getting that kill? He's boosted up, out of position. Magus has, what, 2-second drop on him? And still hits the shot, the 90-degree flip.
I mean, that one fight is like a metaphor for this whole series, it feels like, you know? You kind of had the edge, you had the drop, and they're just somehow quicker than you still. Nice start here for Yabi. But it might not amount to much. They've just lost their only B defender. Right now, they don't know it, but if they went into B, they would have a bomb plot, they'd have the site. And even though they haven't done that, Astralis have to assume they have. You know, you kind of scramble the rotate away from mid. Well, that's going to now open up new avenues to Bait. This is what we mean when we say calling from the front. For Astralis, a mistake means it's over. And so you have to consider everything. You're trying to be mobile in this round. Mobility is the only thing you have.
Massive
that's the
mistake.
bomb at least.
And 3 players there. That could be everything. The HP's low, but Device knows if he gets an off angle here, just gets one. That should be enough to win the round. There's the off angle.
No way.
I don't know how they hit their shots.
No way! They're going to just do it cleanly? Stare! Come on, man! Get Astralis something! Just one round, that's all they want! He's done a bit of damage on the spam. A bit of damage. Come on, lad. Stare.
I think he's got it in him. I'm sorry, Harry.
Smoked at the door. They can get that bomb now.
Spam now. Yep,
oh,
there it is.
He hears them running off. He hears them scurrying away.
All he can do is spam.
Oh, it's brutal. It is brutal, but that's the way Counter-Strike goes. Bait, they show up, they're better on the day, they're more informed, and that's enough in this series. They'll take Astralis down cleanly from the recovery on Mirage, going on an insane streak, 9 rounds straight to close out that previous map. Well, not to close it out, rather, but to lock in an overtime affair. And now on Ancient, supposedly the Astralis map pick, meant to be their home map.